Yeah, I'll read this one. What is it? History of ice? Make it count. Oh, I read this. Isn't it about a female hockey person? Yep.
Yeah, so you wrote nothing. You have to write something now.
I wrote nothing. That's last. Tripping. I wrote something.
Show me on your hands what voice level you should be. Thank you, Nadine and Julia. Thank you, Jonathan C. You need to figure out what to add. CFS is on the back. Top chair, I'm sorry. Show me your contacts. Where's your contacts?
Start. So, Connor. You know, I was taking out to explain. Can I get my headphones now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, come on.
Michael. Look what it's asking you to do. It's not asking you to talk about athletes. It's asking you to talk about point of view first or third.
I want to read this again. No.
Can somebody tell me what are the two things that we need to be revising or changing in our essays? The two things. Tanya. Everyone stop and track Tanya. 3, 2, 1. Excellent tracking coming from Santa Cruz. What are the two things we need to be changing in our essays? That's it? Who wants to help her out, Carlos?
The context?
Contacts and
The...
starts with a C. We're adding what, Randy? Context and conclusion. I should see you working on those. I should not see you working on evidence or interpretation, anything. Working on context and on conclusion. See all of your scores tomorrow.
You done?
You have the placements. And you need to include characters. Kiara asked a good question. She said, what do I need to include in my assertion? Or in my conclusion? You need to include both your assertions. Repeating both of your assertions and telling me why is it important to look at point of view.
I get headphones now.
Alright, let's try one more time. I need everybody turning their bodies around and tracking me in the back of the room. Trinity, why is it important that we break down prompts? Thank you to my friends in LA who are showing Shine and Trinity. Why do we do all these steps? Why do we break down prompts? What do you think, Trinity? Jaden, help her out. What did you guys talk about? Why is it important that we break down prompts?
It's important for me to break down prompts because we can analyze the different parts of the text.
Analyze the different parts of the text. Who wants to build on that? Michelle.
I would like to go into what Karen said. I think that it helps us better understand what we're reading.
It helps us understand what we're reading, but also helps us focus in on what we need to look for in our reading. So if we need to look for a personal point of view, it is going to help us focus in on that. Daniela, build on that, please.
I want to build on what Ms. Chelsea said because you can also understand if you like break it into parts by parts, so you'll understand it better.
We'll understand it better. How does that help us when we're writing? Kevin, how does prompt breakdown help us understand or help us when we're writing our essay?
It helps us when writing our essays so we don't get confused when we're writing.
If we don't get confused about our writing, can somebody build on that, please? Brandon, how does it help us when we're writing?
How it helps us when we're writing by breaking it down.
So we understand the question. What happens if we don't understand the question? We don't write about the right thing. So if we wrote this amazing essay, and we wrote it about the wrong question, it's useless, right? It's a great essay, But if it's not answering the question, you're writing about the wrong thing, you're going to have a difficult time getting a good grade. You wasted all your brilliant writing abilities on the wrong question. Okay? So, I've seen a lot of people struggling with the what and the how question. So today we're really going to focus on creating these what and these how questions to focus our minds as we go through text and to focus our thoughts as we write our assertions in our essays. Let's see, can I get somebody to read our what question? Jimmy.
What are you being asked to identify or focus on?
What are you being asked to identify or focus on? So our big word for what question is identifying. Can I get all students to track me during this time? It's really important that we're all tracking me. Excellent tracking coming from San Francisco, Humboldt, Santa Cruz. Our what question is identifying. What are we supposed to look for? Are we looking for literary point of view, first or third? Are we looking for personal point of view? Are we looking for theme? What are we looking for as we read? Our how question is a little bit different. Can somebody read our how question? Giselle, can you read our how question definition?
How is the author using their writing to show that? Analyze.
So our how question is always looking at what is the author doing? What is the narrator doing to show that point of view, to show that perspective, to show that theme? This is looking at the level of the text. Am I seeing them using a lot of big words? Am I seeing them using a lot of small words? What is the author doing? What do I need to focus on in their writing? I saw a lot of students during our diagnostic. I'm really going to push students to sit up nice and tall. I know it's Monday morning, but we need to show with our bodies that we're ready to learn. So we need to fix our bodies and show me that you're ready to learn. Get that blood flowing to our brain in about 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're confused about what that looks like, my friends in Santa Cruz are doing an excellent job of sitting up nice and tall with their chairs pushed in, their hands on top of their desks. They're not focused on anything else. I have 3 students that need to fix it or they're earning deductions in 2, 1, and 0. In my diagnostic, I saw a lot of students were able to figure out the narrator in Freddie and Harold is a hamster. And he's a really smart hamster. They weren't, however, able to answer, because he's a hamster, how is he describing things differently? I had one student who really nailed it. They said, Freddie's a hamster, and hamsters have really sensitive hearing. So when he's describing things, he's describing a lot of what he hears with his really sensitive ears. So this person answered the entire prompt. They told me the point of view and how it affects what the author describes. They had an amazing essay because they were able to answer the whole thing, not just part of it. Let's move on and start practicing breaking down the prompt and creating a what and a how question. I want you to break down the prompt for 30 seconds with your partner. 30 seconds. We're just going to stop at number 5. We're not going to create a what and a how question just yet. So break down the prompt. 30 seconds. Go. Michelle, can I get you to be say your perspective so you can work with it. Take just 15 more seconds. Remember, if you're finished, you're reading silently. 10 more seconds. Yeah, they're on top. It's right here. Yeah. Evidence. All right, let's do a powerful clapping and tracking me in the front of the room with our hands held nice and high. Oh, I know we can do better than that. We need to be closing books, putting our pencils down. Remember, if you're talking at all during this, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. One more time. Excellent. All of my points are all of my rows are earning a point. Can somebody read this prompt to me? Let's see. Trinity, can I have you read that prompt? One more meltdown. Perspective. Thank you. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to box the word right. I'm going to underline story titles. What are my story titles, Alexander?
The Guardian and the Lawnmower Meltdown.
I'm going to star my academic verb. What's my academic verb, Dylan?
Analyze is near
Brandon, what is my topic? My topic's going to follow my word analyzes. What am I analyzing?
The narrator's point of view and the way they change how they describe an event.
The narrator's point of view and the way it changes. How do you describe an event? Giselle, how much evidence do I need to use in my essay?
Use.
What? What sentence shows
Use specific effects from both texts to support your answer.
Thank you. Use specific examples from both texts to support my answer. Can't just give evidence from one story. I need to talk about both stories and quote both stories. We're going to create our what topic, our what sentence. Our what sentence, we're identifying what do I need to talk about in my essay. My what question, what can I answer in about one sentence about my story. My what question needs to be tied to my topic, narrator's point of view, and the way it changes how they describe an event. Remember, our what sentence, our what question we should be able to answer in one sentence. Work with your partner. I'm going to have people on our poster side go first. What is our what question for this prompt? Poster side people go first. Go. Brandon, Giselle, and Jameer.
Yeah.
Okay, just stop right there. That's it. I'm going to share out our what question. Anthony, can you share out your what question, please?
What is the narrator's point of view?
Excellent. What is the narrator's point of view? We can answer that in one sentence. We don't need to take a whole essay to answer that. That's something we can answer within a few paragraphs of reading the story. You should all be copying this down under reason argument, reason 1, and reason 2. Thank you, my friends at Humboldt who are writing down silently. Give me a thumbs up when you have this written down. So, in order to make my thesis statement, I'm going to combine my argument with my 2 reasons. I'm going to use 2 very important words. As I do this, I want you to think, what are the 2 important words that Mr. O'Connor uses when he combines his argument with both reasons? Silently copying this down. I'm hearing a lot of students who are having concerns or questions or comments that are not raising them in an appropriate manner. You need to be raising a hand. Brandon, please move to the front row. Thank you. Give me a thumbs up when you have this copied down. Alright. What two words were really important when making this thesis? Daniela?
The one that was really important is hard work.
I'm looking at more the word, Brendan, you can just stay up here. Because, and the word and.
I'm gonna say deserve.
Sitting up nice and tall, tracking me. Here is my argument. Schools should serve ice cream at lunch. Because signals that I'm going to start talking about my two reasons. My first reason, it gives students energy, and tells me that I'm moving on to my second reason, which is they need a reward for their hard work. Argument, because reason one, and reason two. So we all see how that I took my argument, my reason one and reason two, and put them all in my one sentences. I used because and to connect all of them. Alexander, you have a question?
I will say deserve because of our hard work and the class we do.
Yeah, I mean that's an important word, but I just want to focus our attention on because and, because that's how I added all of these together. Let's move to the next one. Turn your page, sit up nice and tall, and track me with your body as your eyes and your voice at a 0. I shouldn't hear any speaking. I have excellent tracking coming from Santa Cruz, San Francisco, okay. We read Freddie in Peril. There was something very special about the point of view of this narrator. There was something very special about the point of view of Freddie in Peril. Does anyone remember? What was so unique about Freddie, our narrator? Anthony, do you remember what was so unique about Freddie in Freddie in Peril? Remember? This for our diagnostic. Kaylin, do you remember?
Yeah, that Freddie was a hamster.
Freddie was a hamster. So, I'm going to make my argument. I'm going to use some words from my prompt and the title, the narrator, and Freddie and Peril is a hamster. Alexander, hands down. Genesis, hands down. I want you copying this down. This is going to be our argument that we focus on. Alright, sitting up nice and tall, tracking me. not going to just yet. I'm waiting on everyone to be tracking me. Jaden and Trinity are doing an excellent job in Santa Cruz. Thank you, Giselle and Shamir. Waiting on a few in the front. Okay. All right, this is going to be our argument. I want you to come up with 2 reasons with your partner. Why does Freddie describe things differently? Why does him being a hamster change the way he describes what he sees or hears or experiences? How does the narrator being a hamster make how he describes things a little bit different? Come up with 2 reasons. People on our poster side are going to go first. We have 1 minute. Go. How does him being a hamster, Freddie being a hamster, affect how he describes things? It's not that he has bad hearing. They have great hearing. So that's one reason. Shamir, what do you think? How? Be more specific. How? Yeah, let's see what Giselle thinks. Giselle, what did you think? If you haven't spoken yet, you and your partner need to share the time.
It's because they were kept so and they were in the bus. They were driving to the home.
Alright, we're all clapping and tracking at a level 0. I know Oswego can do a little bit better than that. Nope, I know you can do much better than that. All clapping. Oh no. That you're ready when your hand is raised, your eyes are on me, and your voice is off. Much better. Shamir, what did you and Giselle talk about?
How the narrator was.
Wait, I'm gonna stop you. Excellent tracking coming from San Francisco and Santa Cruz.
How the narrator was thinking different things because he was a hamster.
Yeah, and what was, you gave one specific example that I really liked. What was that?
That a hamster was like, it's small, so like he thinks that humans are giant.
Okay. One reason? What's another reason that you and your partner talked about? Michelle?
One thing that
Wait. Turning around and tracking Michelle.
one thing is that it's because hamsters have really great hearing.
So how does that affect how he describes things?
He might hear things like for them, if a pencil drops, it's like
Loud.
it's like really loud.
If an elephant stops.
Can anyone help Michelle with this? Danielle, I want to follow on that.
I wanted to say, they're like, since they're smaller than ours, like their size is smaller than our size, they like see things bigger.
So that was our reason number 1. He thinks humans are giant. Our second reason is he describes. take tracking me. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Trinity, Jaden. Thank you, Kevin. Alexander. Perfect. Thank you, Jameer, Aiden, Estrella. I want you silently and independently to combine your argument with your 2 reasons. The way you do that, your argument because reason 1 and reason 2. So I want you right now to try to write your thesis statement for this, combining our argument with our 2 reasons. Reason 1 and reason 2. Go. If you need trouble, look at the example we did together, as well as the excellent example in the beginning. Exit ticket, but not really. I feel like this guy did practice stuff. Okay. Yeah, I have an exemplar for this one because this is like gonna be part of their essay. But yeah, I don't really have it for this part. For this part.
Based on their CFS focus.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Alright, who would like to share out their how they combine this argument with 2 reasons? Let's see. Estrella, what did you write down? Nice and loud and proud. And we're tracking Estrella. Let's see if we did something similar. I see that she combined that he's a hamster with that he can hear good. I think we want to have all of our parts without losing some of the rephrasing that we did of our prompt.